Hi guys, welcome to another movie review by me, Beardo. Today I will be reviewing A Quiet Place. A Quiet Place is set in a near-future post-apocalyptic world where most of the human population have been wiped out due to these creatures which react negatively to sound. They kill anything that creates any sound, so there are not many people left alive. The film follows the Abbott family, who at the beginning of the movie suffer a personal tragedy when one of their children is killed by one of the creatures. The film then jumps forward a year where the mum is now pregnant and the family are trying to soundproof their accommodation so that she can give birth and not create any sound, and ready for when the baby is born so that it doesn't draw sound to the creatures. The father of the family, Lee, is played by Krasinski. He does a really good job of portraying this torn father who is still suffering from the death of one of his children due to these creatures, but also he's trying to do the best he can to support his family. He needs to be strong, but you can tell that it's just wearing him down so much that you don't know how much longer he can go on for. But he knows he has to survive for his children and for his wife. He also directed the movie and has a screenwriting credit, but I'll talk more about his direction in a little while. Evelyn, his wife, is played by Emily Blunt, and she also does a really good job of portraying this woman who she's scared to bring this baby into the world. I mean, it's kind of an irresponsible thing to do, but they're trying to do what they can to keep their children alive and just create some sort of possible future for them. She does a really good job at this, and it's been a while since she's done a horror-based role, so it's really good to kind of see her in that kind of scenery again. Their daughter Regan is played by Millicent Simmons, who is also deaf in real life like her character in the film, and I just love the fact that they included this to be part of the film and really helped the story evolve with using plot devices due to her deafness. And she does such an amazing job of showing this young girl who she feels bad for the loss of her brother at the beginning of the movie, but she's trying to be independent, she's trying to be strong, and she's really torn because she just wants to be loved by her parents even though she feels she's at fault. Their son Marcus is played by Jupe. He does a really good job of conveying fear for these creatures that are in the movie and also for his own life. And when he has scenes with Millicent, they just have such fantastic chemistry on screen that they actually feel like a real family. Krasinski does an amazing work here with his direction. It's really strange to see such a high prolific actor pull off such a tense, thrilling and emotional horror movie. It definitely helped the fact that he had input into the writing, and as I said before, he worked in a deaf character to the benefit of the story. There is so much tension throughout this film, and the fact that no one speaks a word for the first half of the film, the first 45 minutes, is a fantastic feat. The cinema was absolutely silent and you could hear every rustling of the popcorn bags and every drink sipped. It was just such a great experience, as I'm sure most people are aware that when you watch a horror film at the cinema, you normally get a lot of teenagers who just talk or laugh or just act like idiots the whole time. It was just such a great experience to watch this film in a cinema of people who actually appreciated the movie. There's some great emotional scenes too, especially between Millicent and John himself. They really brought an emotional weight to the film that I don't think anyone really expected, and they both played off it so well that it actually choked me up. You know, I actually felt sorry for these characters. You could actually feel the pain they were going through. The use of sign language is very prevalent throughout the movie, which I thought was fantastic. Not only does it have a way for them to communicate, but obviously with having a deaf daughter in the movie, it just made perfect sense. They found a way of communicating which wasn't actually outside of their norm. They were probably using this before the creatures attacked the Earth. Now for me, I think the creatures were shown too much. Their design is really cool, and for the most part they're kept in the shadows and through silhouettes. There's more close-ups of them than I expected, but the way the camera kind of zooms into the way they listen, I just thought was really clever because it gets you understanding the mechanics of these creatures. And the scenes when they were present still were really tense, and you didn't know exactly what was going to happen or what the characters would do to try and get out of these situations. So it still kept you on your toes, even though you kind of saw too much of the creature sometimes. So overall, A Quiet Place was just a really well written, directed and acted horror movie. It definitely borders into sci-fi thriller at times, but that's not so much a bad thing. It's tense throughout and it has some fantastic performances. And for those reasons, I'm going to score A Quiet Place 4 out of 5. Thanks for sticking around for another one of my movie reviews. Give it a thumbs up, comment or subscribe, and you'll see more content coming from me soon. Bye.